the witch, the midget, and the Aquanet. This is Teen Witch on Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. Stinker Madness. We got the Stinker Madness.
'Cause I'm gonna be the most popular girl.
Yes, that's correct. You are back with Stinker Madness, and we just got done watching Teen Witch. I really hope that you did as well, because otherwise, wow, you're
missing out, people. Missing out.
Boy, there's a whole lot on this one. Jackie's pick went off without much of a hitch, other than the quality of the film.
So with us, we also have our special guest, Mark, once again.
Mark is back for a second time. You may remember him from the Bending the Rules episode. I think he had 2 or 3 comments.
Yep.
He's back.
And I'm stunned. I'm still recovering from the movie.
I think we all are. I really like how the movie delves in, like, immediately.
It was immediate bullshit.
Like,
you see the Transworld Entertainment logo, and then immediately after that is just bullshit.
Hey, it was sexy time.
It was so sexy time.
It looked like a bad music video. It looked like what the director imagined a White Snake video should be.
Like a Christian Whitesnake video.
Right.
Sort of.
Where they don't even kiss.
And it's just lots of hair blowing.
She's like the biggest cock tease in the planet.
And she climbs up a sign and was like, "Catch me!" And I was like, "I don't know, that's kind of high."
He's kind of looking like, oh, fuck me.
I'm going to get on the side of this building in high heels and walk along it backwards.
While dancing.
Oh,
it was totally rip-off of Dirty Dancing when they got on the ledge.
Do you think so?
Yeah, and he was dressed like Patrick Swayze throughout the whole movie. So Brad, the main character,
I thought
football
Patrick Swayze never wore a shirt.
Love interest,
Dirty Dancing.
I've never seen Dirty Dancing, so I don't know.
Oh, it was the Hey Baby.
Well, then shut the fuck up.
Have you seen Dirty Dancing?
Like once.
Oh.
It's really dumb.
Mark, have you seen it?
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
That's right. Mark knows.
I know that line.
He was Dirty Dancing Patrick Swayze douchebag guy.
So she's up on the roof, daydreaming, essentially.
She's
dreaming about Brad.
Entirely in slow motion.
Entirely in post-production slow motion. And she jumps into his arms off of, like Sam said, she had to have been like 30 feet up.
I would say 18, but it's still too high for Catch Me.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it was like 9 feet, but 9 feet is too tall. 9 feet off the ground.
Break it down mathematically. Brad's what, 6? Just assume 6.
15 feet.
And then it was like the bottom of her feet was like 5 feet below his head, or above his head. So we're up to 11 feet right there, and then she's another...
Well, I'm just for her feet.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's too high for Catch.
Well, no, but if she jumps, she gets a little airborne. Maybe.
Well, she's
got like 4 foot vertical.
She was doing the arms out fall.
Save me, Brad.
From myself, because I fucking.
So she wakes up. That chair sounded like a fart.
Yeah, that chair sounded like a fart.
This is a little room, Sam.
Yeah, little tiny room. With
it was
4
really
people
a chair
stuffed into it. So please don't fart.
That was more interesting than the movie.
Sam's chair fart.
Yeah. Hey, there were some good songs in this movie.
I don't know what your beef is, Mark. I thought this was like also right up your alley. Considering you just went and saw The Other Girl in the theater, so you're fairly comfortable with chickie movies, and this is 80s chickie movie. Like, it's...
So...
I don't get what the beef is.
I have no defense, sorry.
Confession time. I watched this when I was, maybe 13 or something, and I was a freaking loser. I mean, just a fucking loser kid, right? I was the little fat fucker that nobody talked to and that all the kids made fun of, but they always wanted my change for the Coke machine. So that was the only reason that anybody ever talked to me. I just carried around rolls of quarters, actually. I was just, here, be my friend, and I was just begging people with them. I'll buy you a Coke or a candy bar.
So
that might explain the line at the Coke machine in the movie.
Yeah, because I was like, yeah.
So you preemptive, like, that was your best offense? was to offer them
money
quarters
for Cokes.
And so, like, they never even had to shove you in lockers to get
it was just like, hey.
That's good strategy.
You know, like the most popular people, I'd be like, hey, let me buy you a Coke. And
don't put me in the locker.
Yeah, because, I was trying to be cool by association, but, I was just never cool.
No.
I mean, I really grew out of it, thank God.
Money can't buy you love.
Says you.
But it can buy you Squirt and Shasta and Orange Crush.
And Tab.
That's right.
And Tab.
Fresca was really big in high school around here. Fresca.
Well, this was when she was 13.
Oh, and like...
Well, Fresca would have still
Pepsi
been.
Clear.
Oh, yeah, Pepsi Clear.
Pepsi Clear. That was...
So that was my, when I saw this movie, I was just like, oh my God, I could find a magical amulet and be fucking popular too. I could be the most popular
so
girl.
Many quarters. I would just have all of my quarters back. That's what you were thinking.
Well, no, I just wanted people. I just wanted a friend, damn it.
This is getting really sad. So, speaking of friends...
I used my quarters
and
on
this
Street
is how
Fighter.
the lead in the movie felt at the beginning of the movie before she knew she was a teen witch.
Well, she comes
That's
out of her
right.
house.
Bring
She
that
comes
back
out of
around.
her house, and she has a friend. And her friend is Blossom.
Kind of.
Kind of.
With her
Kind
finger
of. What is...
stuck in a
She's
light
Blossom.
socket.
Well, Blossom is a lot taller.
Okay.
And doesn't have the lesbian-esque about her. Come on.
Did you watch the movie?
They did ride bikes a lot.
Yeah, the friend was a total lesbian.
This friend...
Blossom, yeah, with the big foo-fawn hair. She was...
She
So
liked
which
the Ryan
one
Reynolds
wasn't
character.
a lesbian?
The rap star.
I don't know, but...
Yeah, which one of them? Which was that one not a lesbian, or is Blossom not a lesbian? Because Blossom seems to like Six a little bit too much.
A little bit too much.
A little bit
So
too
does
much.
This friend.
These
Yeah.
friends they're tight friends.
Yeah. So she's Blossom. I'm just going to stick with that.
Blossom was much taller.
So I've got a question. In the opening scene of high school, we see Louise, the main character, our teen witch, before she's a teen witch, of course. She goes into her locker
Well,
and
no,
there's...
she was always a teen witch.
Okay, well, she got her powers when she turned 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so, but no, she opens her locker and there are like male nudie pictures in there.
There
and I'm
were
like, what?
shirtless boys in there.
I didn't have shit like that up in my locker. I mean,
don't think you can have
the
shit
two
like
people
that
that gave me their class pictures, I was like, oh my God, friends, and I hung them up.
I don't think the popular kids had shirtless men. Like, you can't do that. Like, the teachers come and be like, hey,
Against the rules.
get that schmut off your locker.
So if you were popular in high school, you should probably post whether or not you had the nudie pics in your on your locker.
Well, I was popular in high school. So I can just...
Did you have pictures of shirtless men in your locker?
Yeah.
Sam was also very popular. And he and I just had pictures of each other with our shirts off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, we're the only two people in high school that we went to high school with. Like, that was it. We graduated high school, and it was just Sam and I that graduated from
A class of two.
a class of two. So it was pretty hard to not be popular. Like, hey, Sam, you want to trade sexy shirtless pics? Duh.
Who do you hang out with in high school? Everybody? Because then I have somebody to talk to.
See, if I would have went to a small school like you guys, I probably would have been like the most popular girl. I'd have been known as the quarter girl.
Yeah.
The Coke machine was a popular place in Garden Valley High
was very
School.
hot. It was on the corner.
Sounds
Yep.
like you didn't have a line.
across
though.
from the principal's office. So she shows up at high school. She gets there immediately. Like, no problems. Like, her and Blossom. Oh, but first, Brad pulls up across the street in his Mustang 5.0
Fox
convertible.
body.
Yeah, with and he picks up his girlfriend
Who's
who
like
has
28 and stacked.
giant boobs.
Who lives
Not
directly
high
across
school
the
boobs.
street
Yeah,
Directly
from
across
Louise.
the street
from Louise.
And I
However, we only see that when in the beginning of the movie. Never again.
Never again reference that they're neighbors. Or,
No, at the
When she turns
when
into the
she
most popular
becomes
girl.
popular, the gal from across the street is like, "Hey, you should ride with
that
us."
was outside of the high school.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It was
She
right
walked
at their
out of her
house.
front door to get on her
Remember?
bicycle.
And she like the
I thought that was out of the high
Mustang
school to
pulls
get on the way
out
back to
and
the house.
Blossom's like there on her bike, like.
Yeah, because Blossom had to bike back to the house.
No, it was.
No,
outside
she
of
was
the
going
damn
to
house.
school.
Potato.
Okay.
That's not really a potato situation.
really-
So
When in Rome.
When in Rome.
So
yeah,
so they get to high school,
which is a block away to high school.
block away to high school, and then
gas was cheap back in the 80s.
you walk in, and
rap
there's rap.
boys.
there's some rap boys.
And they diss her.
They got a boombox, and they stand in the hallways and sing rap songs.
The high school blues.
A high school blues rap.
I wrote his name down. He did not do much after this.
So he was an actual guy.
The rap guy?
The lead
The
doofus.
Ryan Reynolds.
Noah Blake is the guy who's the rap guy. And he didn't do much.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Which is too... I mean, he had the look. He could have been somebody, but after something like that, you're never going to recover.
The look? What's the look?
I don't know. He was on TV.
Huh, I guess.
He was in VIP with the fake cans. What's her name?
Fake cans. Yeah, her.
Pick one.
Pamela Anderson.
Oh, Pamela Anderson. Oh, yeah, VIP. That's right.
He was in one episode of that.
Yeah.
Probably as rap guy.
Rap guy 2.
You do what you know.
So they break dance and they sing the high school blues rap.
And they have a very intricate dance number that they've worked out.
Oh yeah.
They
Oh,
spent time
it's choreographed or choreographed with lots of like shoulder shrugs and
hand gestures,
arm crossing
and inappropriate touching,
and like I don't know if like the one of the where you push out your chest and hold your arms out and go like what?
Peacocking.
Yeah, peacocking. What? A lot of that. And then she goes into her English class. How's the English teacher?
It looks like
he looks like he should be a college professor.
It was yeah.
And he's like this fucking
mean.
He's a huge dick.
He is mean,
especially to Louise. Like singles her out.
And then then he's a dickhead, and he says that you think the best thing, the thing I have time for is to teach you guys how to do English.
Or that I don't have better things to do
than teach English, and you don't. You're an English.
You're an English teacher. You actually don't have better. This is the betterest of things you could be doing.
Doing your job.
And apparently, he's put all his money into his teaching job because it looks like a college.
Yeah, he's got so many books behind him. Like no chalkboard, just books.
Yep.
Books after books after books. And then he brings up some poet that I never even heard of, but that's not really saying a whole lot because it's not like I've got a minor in poetry. But
it probably wasn't even a real poet. It probably was just like some guy who was like, I was friends with this guy in a bar before I got here.
It's the shout out.
Yeah.
The 1989
There was a lot of referencing. I can't remember specifically. There was some other references made.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, but get to the locker room scene. Yeah.
We can't go to the locker room yet because we haven't even... Because she, wait a block to school, and then after English class, she has.
She gets made fun, or she gets the I Heart Brad.
Her chocolatey poem, her chocolatey diary page
gets stuck to the thing, and the teacher reads it out in the middle of class because he's a douche. Now she's embarrassed because Brad is like, oh my god, she totally wants to lick my butt. But she doesn't actually say that, but I'm pretty sure she does. Not to lick his butt. So, but then there's that awkward scene where he goes, fucking 80s. She goes outside and Brad's tossing around the football, all the room stuff.
That was after she went and hid in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, nothing really happened in the bathroom.
Well, just go hide in the bathroom.
I can never speak to Brad again. But then she comes out and she stalks Brad for a bit.
She's a creepy stalker woman.
Creepy stalker woman, and he of course is like starts taking his shirt off and flexing and
doing some sit-ups,
maybe spraying some of the Gatorade on his head.
It shows him throwing a football through a tire. Yet so when you see it leave his hand, you can tell that this guy is able to send a football about 8 feet. So he cannot throw very well at all.
She's watching him underneath the bleachers, flicking her bean, and then she's riding home. She leaves school, and suddenly it's like the most tragic street, the wilderness crossing. Don't go on that side of town to get back to your house.
Yeah,
you're just waiting for the werewolf to jump out and bite her.
Yeah,
in the haunted woods.
Yeah,
she walked 1 block to school, but on the way back, she decided to take highway.
She's got to cross the county on her bicycle.
It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. But
the weather, dark all
the weather. Oh yeah, it's nighttime.
Stormy.
Well, she had to calm down after the multiple orgasms she had while watching Brad.
Yeah.
So she's on her bicycle. She almost gets tacoed by Brad and his giant boob lady giving him a handy. Because that's what it looked like.
It was obviously a tug job.
She's up in his ear, biting it, and one arm is missing. He's
having a problem
and he's
driving
all over the road, and so he's getting a handy, almost kills her, almost runs right over her. I thought that was like...
Kind of. I mean, she had plenty of time to get out of the way, and then she, goes up onto the curb, and then gets out of control. But was only going like 3, just hit the brakes.
Yeah.
Once you get up there, you're fine.
Right. But I thought that it was interesting that they decided to imply that he almost killed her, but then they were going to fall in love together.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you're a teenager. Like,
that guy ran me over.
You almost killed me. Take me. Take me to your man castle.
I want to be the one giving him a tug job while he almost runs over someone else.
One day, that'll be me in the passenger seat. No!
So then, conveniently, while walking along the highway, now because her bike is destroyed because of Brad's inattentive driving, she finds Serena's fortune-telling...
Madam
Serena.
Palm reader
shop, and goes in.
To use the phone.
Yeah, because her bike tire is...
Yes. Well, Madam Serena doesn't have a phone, but she does have palm reading and fortune telling, and apparently that'll do. So she gets... Louise gets told that she's born in 1636.
She's some reincarnated witch.
Did they go into that? Because
they didn't go into that. I'm sort of confused about the whole thing that, like...
She started to read
Why did the parents not know anything about the witches? This palm lady.
It said 1636 to unknown that she was alive. So is it still like she's never died, or
I would assume the palm lady was reading her palm shenanigans, just feeding her whole line. You're gonna get married, have 2 kids, blah blah blah. And she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, you've got the mark." And then she's like, starts giving her to the 3rd degree.
She says, "What's your name? What's your name?
What's your name?"
And it's Miller. Oh, Miller.
Yeah, like there's some backstory there that we never find out about.
Right.
So apparently,
she's just got her picture in a book and the amulet.
She's a charlatan and just uses her the whole time so she can get pastels later in the movie.
She is a charlatan.
So I mean,
she's
trying to cash in on the witch.
The thing I like,
she's a little perverted old. She's a perverted old broad.
Very kooky indeed. But the thing I liked about Madame Serena is she didn't really look like much of a witch. She mostly looked like the jippos that show up at the bars and like try to sell flowers to you. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And
she had a giant seashell on the front of her hat.
You're sitting there drinking like buckets of beer, and some guy just puked in the urinal, and there's teenage girls all over the place going, "Oh my god, I'm so drunk!" And some fucking gypsy woman comes up to you, and you're like, "Would you like to buy a flower for your pretty date?" "No, I want to puke and get home somehow, lady. I don't even know this person." That's what she reminded me of. Apparently you guys don't have as many Jippo stories as I do.
I usually
I see those people. Them. Yeah, I see those people. I do not make eye contact. I'm like, don't come over here.
Zelda Rubinstein is, of course, the Madam whatever Zelda.
I thought all Jippos' names were Zelda.
Well, the actress Zelda Rubinstein plays that sort of character in all sorts of movies. You have seen her before many times.
So you have no actual physical experience with the Jippo lady.
With the Jippo? I just ignore the flower people that come into the bars, I just ignore them.
think it's weird. Like, that's not the location where you should be selling flowers. I'll move on.
They always do, though. There's always some drunk asshole like, this is going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, buddy. It sure is.
I only talk with people that are selling flowers if it's, a really attractive woman. And then it never goes anywhere, and I never buy flowers.
The gypsy lady is attractive?
No.
Oh.
All kinds of people sell flowers.
Well, florists.
Anyway, let's move on.
So
Mark's like, it depends on how much I drink.
Discovers she's got superpowers now. She turns her brother into a dog, and
he's got a weird breathing problem. The little brother in this movie had a weird breathing problem, and he was just disgusting.
He was terrible.
He was a troll.
Yeah.
He was difficult to look at.
And he liked food.
He was like a little weird, disgusting...
Kind of a little bit of a perv.
Yeah.
And pretty annoying.
But you know what? It's okay because when her and Brad are at the harvest dance, she tells Brad when they go outside together so he can ask if he can get some homework help. When his bolo tie that...
Ugh.
It's okay. Well, wait, I wrote it down. Ugh. It said, I have a little brother. I know about men.
Right.
Is what Louise tells Brad.
Which means to me is she has seen a penis before. It doesn't count. It was her brother's. That's what that says to me. I know about men. I have seen a penis. It was my brother's in the bathtub last week when he was 13 and I was 16.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. Let's go to the locker room scene.
Oh, okay. So the locker room. They go into the locker room and she's still like, "Oh, I'm a nerd. Oh my god!" And all the ladies with the big boobs and the unitards are still
school uniform for PE is
it's a swim class because they go to a pool.
Those did not look like swim.
They
looked like a unitard.
Later in the movie, it was a swim class.
Every school's pool is next to the locker room.
They were with towels. Most of them were in the pool. It was a swimming class.
Okay, well, whatever.
Jackie?
Unitard.
Yeah, I'm you.
Yeah, I'm with Sam. They did have
there was a school
pool
policy that did not allow two-piece.
Maybe they were one and the same.
So, yeah, it was like a swimsuit thing.
But they also wore them when they were cheering.
Yep, that's true.
That's a school color.
No, they had, when they were actually cheering, they had sweaters and cheerleading skirts.
I bet you they were wearing those unis underneath them.
Hey, but
that's what I was
like... boys.
Right, so hey girls, let's do the new cheer. You totally blew it. I would have set it up for you.
Yeah.
Why did you do
You just couldn't wait for I Like Boys.
You
actually ruined our best joke.
Yeah. That's it. Podcast off.
No more mud pies.
Director.
I'm gonna buy mini skirt.
Director's calling down. Get that Jackie out of here. Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
I'm just saying, I like boys.
Yeah, that's their cheer.
That's the cheers. I Like Boys, which turns into a dance number.
Yeah,
it would be a musical, except for other than the rap guys in this movie, nobody actually sings. There's no lip syncing, so it's just sort of like dancical. They're just dancing around to this music,
and nobody dances well.
No, and the music sucks.
The music is pretty terrible, but very, very 80s.
Yep.
I don't even know. It was written by a I Like Boys, No More Mud Pies. What the fuck is that?
Top that.
Top that. I mean,
top that.
The lyrics in these songs are...
So I just want to break in here. At this point in the movie, I'm convinced that Brad is also a teen witch because I think he made a wish and made that dance number happen.
Everybody dance around.
Oh, right. No, yeah, the I Like Boys wanking it in the other side of the locker room through the people. All the...
Porkies?
Porkies,
yep.
Yeah.
So...
That was actually before she stalked Brad.
Yeah. So many things in this movie would make sense
that's how I have it written down.
If Brad was a teen witch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. in that order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I Like Boys.
I Like Boys. Oh, boy.
What do you have after that?
So
Brad can throw a football 8 feet.
Oh, what do you have after that?
That was the harvest dance when she gets sexy by turning her hair, making her look like a Lossalopso.
Wait, we totally haven't gone over when Brad came over to the house.
That's not yet. That doesn't happen yet.
Well, she had her sweet 16th birthday party in there somewhere, too, and nobody came. So it's like her...
It's hard to keep track of when things actually happen.
I'll be honest, I didn't go to her 16th birthday. I totally tuned out. I didn't even show up. That happened? There was a birthday party?
There was a birthday party.
How about that?
And the mom was like, I got this for you in the Mrs. section. It was really expensive. And she pulls it out, and it's this butt sweater. I mean, just like an old lady.
Terribly ugly.
Yeah, and she's like, thanks.
In 80s colors.
Yeah.
How about
that? And then she gets the phone call from her awesome friend that's like, you will not believe it, so-and-so's having a party and everybody's over there. I'll come over, and then she just hangs up.
Across the street.
Oh, at the big boob lady's house.
Yeah.
Apparently they got the word out for the party after school when it was dark already.
Yeah, it gets dark there fast wherever they're from.
Yeah. Like, oh, school's out, sunsets.
So what happened at the party? Because I didn't go to that one either.
No, she like gets off the phone with her friend, like, oh, nobody's coming to your party. Well, you should come over. And then it like forward cuts to her in bed being sad.
Oh, yeah, wow. And then it goes to the hallway.
The fucking party.
A week later.
A week later. That's one of the reasons.
Oh, that was the week later scene. Right.
Keep track of what's going on in this movie is because it like just cuts and it's like been a week.
Like, because now the harvest dance
use a dissolve for time passing. It's just a week later.
Apparently, nothing important happened during that week.
Right. And the next major important thing that happens is that Big Booby Girl asks her to go to the dance, the harvest dance, with her cousin.
And you also have to assume that this movie, not just like you get cuts for weeks or whatever, the harvest dance is obviously a fall thing.
Right.
The prom is at the end of the year. This movie spans 1 year's time.
That's correct. That is correct.
And it's 90 minutes long.
Yeah. Yes. Huh.
But yes, she has to go to the dance with the sort of geeky party guy.
He was the weirdest nerd I've ever seen in movies.
Yeah.
He just wanted to get high.
Because he wasn't nerdy at all. He was a real bad guy. Yeah. He was a drug addict rapist.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I loved his line though. I can drive through the fog like a hog with a heart on.
I wrote that down too.
Yep, that was his line. And it was well delivered.
I'm not really sure what that means though. Can anybody fill me in there?
I don't know what it means either.
Apparently, if you're a hog and your penis comes out and you're getting a handy, it's like, oh!
And you can drive through the fog.
Yeah, it's like the ultimate fog light. You got to get a hog in the car with you.
I don't know that hogs have. Do they actually navigate more by sense of smell?
I would assume.
I don't know anything about hogs.
I think we're trying to make sense out of something that inherently doesn't make any sense.
It was a throwaway line from an 80s movie. It's terrible.
It's terrible.
Oh, maybe there's deeper meaning in it all. Maybe will make the movie good.
Or it's foreshadowing somehow, because after that he dies.
Yeah, she like makes him disappear in the car.
And he never comes back.
I wish he would go away. Never shows up again in the movie.
Yeah.
Not even a mention of. Well, there was a mention of him, like, oh, that guy you took to the dance. But
who's still missing?
Who is still fucking missing? His parents aren't looking for him. The cops don't care. Like, oh, good. We all hated that drug addict rapist.
Yeah. And, had it been pressed to justice, I guess, be like, well, okay, Teen Witch didn't know how to use her powers that much. It's okay she killed another person.
Yeah. Fair enough. That's good.
It was an accidental murder.
So...
technically manslaughter.
She kills him... And then she's like, goes back to Madame Serena.
Yeah.
And is like...
What the shit's going on?
Oh my god, I'm turning people into dogs and I'm getting wishes made come true and I just killed a man. But she doesn't say that because...
They just gloss right over the top of that.
Doesn't exist.
Murder one, people.
So, Serena, instructs her in spellology and now she's doing spells and
this would be a good time to talk about Madame Serena and the three wishes that she got out of her, which was first the money. She made her turn a piece of coal into a stack of 20s.
Right.
And then she made a frog turn into a
prince.
Sex toy. Human sex
prince that looked like a Ken doll with blonde hair.
Who keeps his mouth shut.
Because all he can do is say ribbit.
Right.
Yeah, and then she got a brand new decorated house. All in 80s pinks.
Pastels.
And greens.
Yeah. So, did
this
she
old
actually
lady is like
express those wishes at any point?
Well, it seems like she can't actually do magic.
But she knows all the freaking words. About it. She knows every single spell. Here, you need to say oogala boogala.
Like, maybe now that... Yeah, I couldn't tell if she needs
gets old and, your magic expires.
What's going on.
It's like your vigor when you're a man.
Yeah, does the amulet have any power?
Apparently.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if you get the amulet.
She conned her the entire time, got the amulet out of her, and now she is...
But she also said, the only power you have is the power to believe in yourself or some bullshit.
Well, and that was a straight-up lie to get the amulet.
Well, because, the real moral of this movie is that you need to be the most popular girl, Sam.
Fat little person.
Who has sex with frog princes.
Who also just kind of disappears. He doesn't, hang around the house at all.
He got wet. And the spell was over.
Yeah, apparently
water
negates spells.
Jackie. What's that? Give myself a high five.
I like that you self-high-fived yourself.
I did.
You were going to fool the listening audience that you actually got a high five there. She didn't. She didn't get a high five.
I high-fived myself. I'm back in high school. Where are my quarters in the pop machine? I'm never going to make it. They're bringing in guests. This guy's been here twice. Poor Mark. I'm being replaced. I got a self-high-five.
So was the madam working with Teen Witch Brad boyfriend the entire time to get the amulet? Because it seems like the only people that got what they wanted at the end of the movie was the madam and Brad.
Little Dutch door action there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Brad was kind of
maybe they should make Teen Witch 2 and go into all that, and then she just goes ballistic with an Uzi and kills all of them.
The more I think about it, the more I think Louise is a terrible person because she dissed her friend.
She sucks.
She never
makes up with that friend.
She says at the end, like, I want it all to go back to normal, and then she goes to the dance anyway, and they all fucking carry her like she just won the big game. And it's like, it's not going back to normal. You're still so fucking popular.
You're
it's
super,
ridiculous.
uber popular. And
well, Blossom says
she's superficial.
You turned into a swan and left me in the duck pond. And at the end of the movie, that is exactly what that bitch did. She was like, "Fuck you, Blossom."
She's superficial.
But oddly enough,
I'm gonna go have sex in the back of this Mustang.
Had Blossom had two of her own
insecure,
friends.
Right?
Yeah, she made me friends.
Shallow.
So Big Boob's girlfriend, set her
is
up
actually
with
the better
cousin.
person,
right? And she cheats with Brad the entire movie.
Yeah,
with her on
Louise sucks. bad Louise.
And the more...
Oh, and she's a murderer. And let's never forget that she's a murderer.
Does her hair like a Lotso. Until she gets more magic, and then at that point it's just enough Aquanet to, like, freeze the hub on a 4-wheel drive.
And the sparkly Dixie cup.
Hair. Yeah, that was weird. Yeah.
That everybody copied.
Like,
yeah,
it's
the
like
Dixie
a volcano of hair out of your head. Like, eruption!
Yeah, so it's like they cut out the bottom of a Dixie cup and then she put it on her head.
Yeah, but that was the thing.
Safety pinned it and then put a ponytail through it.
You don't remember that?
Yeah, I'm like just saying.
That wasn't a Teen Witch thing. That was a thing.
That was a thing.
A lot of girls were doing that, and it was a head volcano.
I just remember having the side ponytail, but like I said, pop machine queen. Right here.
Yeah.
Couldn't get it.
Yeah, you weren't cool enough to have the Dixie cup cut off volcano head.
No. And I don't have enough hair, I don't think.
So anyways, she gets the book of spells from Madame Serena. Now she can do her own witching. And the very first thing she does is go to a carnival, sit on the merry-go-round, and change the weather.
Yeah.
By a naked Indian. Like, they're panning in close up to her. And all you can see off to the side is this naked Indian guy.
What?
As they're panning in. Like, this guy with, on the naked Indian.
Front of the merry-go-round, there's, like, this weird...
wood carving.
Wood carving of a naked dude.
Yeah. They're just panning into her.
Stop the podcast. We're watching this again.
There was all kinds of weird shit like that.
Carnival, though. I think it was just a merry-go-round. And she was the only one there.
There was some other building there, too, that you didn't get a good look at, because she... Between when she made it windy and when she made it rainy, there was another structure. And then when she made it rainy, the merry-go-round came on.
Yeah, right.
Because she was spinning around at the time, and that...
Oh, so anytime she spins, it just happens?
So she was doing the spells to make it wind and rain, but they clearly established that she could just wish for things and make it happen. So I think the merry-go-round was just her wishing that would happen at that
time. Actually, that is her power of plot convenience, is that if something happens in the movie that doesn't make sense, which is quite frequent, it's just something that she was wishing for silently that didn't need to be... We didn't have to be bothered with it being wished for out loud.
Thank God.
Yes.
But I mean, really, she throws the amulet... and the old lady gets the amulet at the end. So how do we know if? Because apparently she can just wish for shit, right? We know this from watching the film.
Well, she had power before she gets the amulet.
Yeah. Right. So how do we know that she's not just like, hey, Brad, I'm gonna look like fucking Captain Awesome and pretend like. Yeah, I want everything to go back to normal, but then she's still like, get over here, Brad, and give me some.
That was really more or less the I want everything to go back to normal was like, that was one of those like, I'm going to say this out loud to make myself feel better, but I don't really want it.
Yeah. I don't really want it to happen.
Yeah.
But anyway,
looked like Captain Awesome. She looked like
be the most popular girl.
She looked like Captain Finger in a light socket.
She looked like she used an entire tall can of Aquanet all at once.
Yeah, there could have been some major product placement for Aquanet in this movie because you know that they used a lot of it. Everybody had the
like after she gets through, like, because there's a bunch that we can
my butt sweating.
She gets out of the carnival.
That's my wife.
It's on here, my butt sweating.
This movie will do that to you.
The movie that
we're gonna make your butt sweat till you bleed. So speaking of crappy rap songs, the next thing I have written down is "Top That Sucks."
The rap battle.
Oh
Top that. Top that. If you want to get with me, then you get it. I'm done. I'm hot. You're not. But if you want to get with me, then I'll give it a shot. So top that.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Top that.
Over and over again. So she gives Blossom the power of being hip. And then, so Blossom can go have a rap battle with apparently Ryan Reynolds.
Did she actually do that, or are you just inferring that was another silent wish?
No, it was a silent wish.
She's like, yeah, but she was like,
Yeah.
Yeah. She actually made a gesture.
Because it was obvious that the guys had pre-recorded their rap because they were lip-syncing the entire time.
Yeah.
However, the dial on the radio changed, and then the tape continued to play. However, now there was a female vocalist.
I was so offended by
she could lip-sync to while she danced.
Oh, so she wasn't actually singing the rap battle. She was lip-syncing.
And dancing.
I thought she was actually singing it.
That's
like she was supposed to be singing it. Supposed to be. I mean,
I think she was supposed to be. In the IMDb notes, it says that the audio is missynced during that whole scene.
Yeah, it was
as one of the goofs.
So maybe it's an accidental good thing because
Yeah.
then it applies that they were all lip singing the whole time, but it's actually intended that they were actually singing.
And
So
here's the thing, though,
it actually is a musical.
You would think the guys would have reacted to their pre-recorded tape changing that had now female vocals, but they didn't. So it's magic, pure magic.
Do you believe in magic? Yeah, so Top That was just, I was like, oh my god, this is so, like, at that point I was starting to jump ship on, like, nope, they can't save this. This is just too stupid.
You were still on the ship.
I was giving it the due course. Like, maybe it's going to turn into, like, you know, like, kind of Xanadu good, or, like...
Xanadu good?
You know. Like,
yeah, that can't
level,
be right, dude.
That level.
What are you... Whoa.
That level of
People
quality.
making out on trash cans is in the next scene. I just know it.
Like, oh, this is going to be almost as good as Roller Buggy.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. Solar Babies?
Yeah, somewhere in there. No, it wasn't. It was worse, though.
You were just... Yeah, oh boy.
It's worse than Xanadu.
I haven't seen Xanadu, but... Actually, I have, but I think I was like 6.
It's worse than Xanadu.
So I can't really comment on Xanadu because it's been...
Well, let's get to the point where she starts to become popular.
Yeah,
right.
So she gets some more cayenne pepper from the...
It did look like cayenne pepper.
It was cayenne pepper.
Oh my god.
Which is apparently highly magical.
Right.
Because that's for everything, the cayenne pepper.
If you need to make a dish a little bit more...
Spicy?
Magical.
Yeah, I couldn't come up with a freaking...
Oh, I know where you were going with that one.
Yeah.
Today we're having magic.
This tuna casserole is spellbinding, and it's burning the shit out of my lips.
I can't wait for my asshole to be enchanted
That's right,
later.
Phil. That's the cayenne pepper. Also can charm your boyfriend if you need to.
She had to have, like, an article of clothing from some imaginary pop star. What was her name? Sharon?
Shauna.
I got Sheena.
Never gonna be the same again. Never
I
gonna
was
be.
like, I had to ask during the movie, who is that? And then somebody said whatever it was, and I wrote down Sharon.
Sheena.
It was on the drum kit.
Shauna.
Was it actually Shauna?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
She even had a poster and everything in her room.
I know because it was on the drum kit.
Okay, so she turns into Sheena by getting her leather jacket.
Shauna.
Sharon gives her the jacket.
Yeah. So whoever that bitch was,
happens next.
she goes to her concert, and then like the chick Shauna rushes off stage. She's like, "Louise, I'm so glad you made it. Here, why don't you have this jacket that I've never fucking washed since I did my first album?"
She was like,
it's my lucky jacket.
was Shauna like just a shitty version of Sheena Easton?
Maybe
Maybe that's why I wrote down
a lot of 80s.
Yeah.
Or like Gloria Estefan,
Tiffany.
She
I think she was a little bit more older adult than I think she was more like
Debbie
Gloria
Gibson.
Stefan.
Yeah, Debbie Gibson.
She was
I don't know.
19.
Debbie Gibson was 19?
Yeah, dude, she was
But
young.
anyway, so she gives her this old smelly jacket.
Martika? Yeah, that's a good reference. Yeah.
Martika.
That's digging into the vault. Nice.
Yeah.
Toy soldiers.
Mark was alive during the 80s.
Bam. Nobody knows anything about that.
Yep. We're pretty much glossing over that one. We're like, losers.
So anyway, she uses the cayenne pepper and some milk of magnesia and some vinegar.
That was the blue milk from Star Wars.
The blue milk.
The blue milk, but it had baking soda that made it explode.
Yeah, it was a science project volcano.
It was the fucking Downy ball.
Because
I don't know how you guys didn't get that.
The Downy ball.
It was shaped like a Downy ball, and it had Downy ball goo inside of it.
And apparently some vinegar.
And some vinegar.
Baking soda makes it foam up.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So
and then that gives her then she's magically popular.
She's super popular.
Which means that
not just popular.
Magic was not just the popularity, but her whole wardrobe has changed.
And how do we know, gentlemen?
Mega popular.
How do we know that she's the most popular girl?
Because they have signs.
They have fucking mania.
No, they start that section of the movie with, "I'm gonna be the most popular girl," and then she's and it's a montage, and then you're right. They have
has
the
a modeling
signs.
montage. She is just walking around, followed by people wearing different clothes.
Well,
right,
no,
dress
she's
like
changing
her.
clothes, and when it's all done, her makeup is completely done as well.
Right,
which I thought was amazing.
She's the most popular girl.
No, she's
we
walking
see the
through the hall, and
signs.
she's always wearing a different outfit.
Right, and everybody's copying her
today. I'm wearing all denim today.
So
oh my
apparently
God.
a Macy's card is the key to popularity.
And an
an
Aquanet.
entire closet full of Aquanet.
How did you not know that?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now you were not the most popular girl, were you?
Why do you think everybody's Macy's card is maxed out?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how we know she becomes the most popular girl in the world, because they have a whole montage song dedicated to it.
And the signs that say Louise Mania.
Yeah. Louise Mania.
Well,
There's people at one
like
point
Beatles Mania.
standing in her lawn with signs that have her first name on them.
Yeah, we love you, Louise signs.
The
Mania is a strong word.
So how does
and I don't
she
think
get
you just
away
throw it out there
from-
whenever you want to.
But this is Mania.
Yeah, this is Mania.
It's fucking Mania. She is John Lennon popular.
Yeah.
yes,
She is more popular than Jesus.
And I mean, really,
how they
she is
explain
so
that in the movie,
popular.
though.
She has to sneak out through the back alley.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she has to leave. Elvis
Which
has left the building. Type shit.
Yeah, and then Brad knows the score.
Brad
He's been
does
just-
know the score.
He's just sitting out in the alleyway, is what
waiting
me and
for
Mark
her.
decided.
He knows.
He was just sitting out in the alleyway, like, okay, she's
3
gonna
days
come out
straight.
of here.
He
Yeah.
knows where he's driving that Mustang. On
Which
a
was to the
one-way
Haunted Mansion.
highway to Bone Town.
To a shed out on the side of the hill that just...
I thought it was
Murder
like
house.
I thought it
It
was
was
like
a
a
murder
condemned
house.
watchtower.
Yeah, it was something. And there was a lot of tall grass. The first thing I thought was deer ticks. Like, I hope they're not wearing shorts.
She was wearing a very short
A
skirt.
mini
short
skirt.
skirt.
And then they have to walk through the sunflowers, and I think that was
Uphill.
supposed to make it
Uphill. Like
Yeah.
a steep grade.
a little more romantic that he was taking her to, the Amityville Horror House.
Right. That's destroyed.
And then
Carpets peeling up.
He's Mr. Flirty in the house, and it was really
Mr.
like
Flirty?
He did
Mr. Flirty?
several posters that came, or several poses that came straight out of posters.
Yep.
He
Yep.
teen beats the whole bedroom scene.
Yeah.
Like
There was
every
2 times that he used
frickin-
blue steel.
Yeah, what's that guy, the hunk from the shit that everybody loves?
Oh, that guy.
Oh yeah.
21
Yeah.
Jump Street, Richard Grieco.
Yeah, Richard Grieco, he's Griecoing out.
Yeah, he was...
Like he's leaving
I wasn't
pieces
thinking
of
Grieco,
clothing.
but I'll take it.
He'll take it, yeah. But there is, the same poses that Grieco does on the promos
I
for 21
love the
Jump
looking
Street.
out the window and then glance over.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're here now. Right on.
Right, because he's
I
leaving her
was just
clues about
looking
where to
at
go
that.
in this house by leaving pieces of his clothing. Like, baby, by the time you get to me, I'm going to be down in my skid-marked underwear, and it is going to be so romantic.
What was weird is that he's leaving these clothes everywhere. When we get up there, he's wearing exactly the same thing he was wearing when we saw him with... He's just finding clothes and placing them.
He's like, maybe she'll
Here's
take
his
off her
shirt.
clothes, too.
Yeah.
They're the clothes from the
last person
the
he
homeless
murdered.
people that are squatting there.
Yeah,
He's just
probably.
taking their drug piss ridden shirts and Like, ugh.
What's that? It's a shirt full of syringes.
I'll just drop that there. So she thinks that that's a trail for his clothes.
This is my love trail.
Oh my God, what have I done
on it.
by bringing her here? Yucky.
Black
But he bones her.
Yep.
He bones the 16-year-old girl.
Actually, I think that they...
I don't think it's like...
I think it's implied makeout because they never... They never get any clothes off.
She's in her underwear.
No, she's not.
No,
she's just
not.
wearing a shirt. And he does like the thing where he's got his finger underneath, like he's going to try to go
for over the sweater, under the bra?
Yeah, he's trying, but she's not letting it.
Under the sweater, over the bra?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's trying for it, and she's not letting it happen.
He's got the shirt that has the arms cut off the entire time.
Yeah, this Brad guy, and he's just the world's best fucking dresser. I'm with Mark. I mean, he just had the black t-shirt. He just ripped the arms off. And it wasn't a clean cut because, you know, she's like all up on his arm, right? Sticking her hand in the armpit hole that's now like 5 times larger than it needs to be. And you can see where he just kind of ripped the, hey, buddy, you need to look sexy. Let's just rip those sleeves off of that black t-shirt.
Possibly 2 of the articles of clothing on the way up.
We should all do that.
Probably. He's like, these are underwear. Drop yours off here, too.
Yeah.
We should totally bring that back. And
Our neighbor does that.
Hang out with our neighbor.
America Fuck Yeah does that.
So, now that she's... I'm sticking with it, man. She's no longer...
Now that we have teen pregnancy in this movie.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can assume one of 2 things. That they only make out and that Brad continues to make out with both him and her across the street neighbor. Or you can assume that he bangs them both a lot in a shed, which is my assumption is the latter.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
He's banging both of them in the shed because he goes to, later on, every time Louise has any sort of moral hiccup,
which she does immediately afterwards.
Right back with the stacked girl from across the street.
Right, she does immediately afterwards. Like, and that's why I think that they took the skin boat to Tuna Town is because she's now got all these moral dilemmas. Like,
I'm sorry, did you say skin boat to Tuna Town?
Yeah,
take an old one eye to the optometrist.
Would you like me to back up the tape? Skid boat to Tuna Town.
I've never heard that.
Taking the log to the beaver.
I've never heard that either. Or that one about the one-eyed optometrist.
You've never seen Grumpy Old Men, basically.
I'm not that clever.
No, those are all from Grumpy Old Men.
I've seen that movie.
Bending her over the barrel and taking her to all 50 states?
No, I have not heard any of this. I feel like I'm 16 again and I need to go get my quarters.
We should pause this.
So, like, later on this week, you're going to make Justin take you to, like, some weird shack and bang you in it?
Yeah. There's got to be some abandoned crack houses in this town.
I feel that where we're going with this right now is that we should pause this and play the Benny Hill theme song and just chase each other around this table, trying to grab each other's ass at high speed. Because that's what we're doing here. So,
you haven't abandoned the plot of this film yet.
Hey, look, Sam, I drew you a picture of an asshole. Since there's no nudity being drawn on this table, I have drawn a picture of an asshole.
It's because this movie's so good.
It is. This is what Stinker Madness is all about.
This is what Teen Witch brings to you. More like teenage pregnancy.
I think we're trying to comment on how
See, all I have left written down, though,
this movie works pretty good.
The only notes I have written down still is Aquanet is key to popularity, and Aquanet equals fan club. Because that's, I think we've, really all that's left is the prom.
Well, yeah, she can't handle the popularity. She's like, I don't know if he loves me or not. Oh my God, is it the magic or is it me? And it's
do you care
neither.
that you're 16?
It's neither. So she goes to Serena's one more time, and now Serena's got the magic house that just looks like one of those shitty,
it looks like
fucking shitty hotels.
It actually looked like the lobby to a dentist office.
Yeah, that too. But it's got like those black 80s lamps that are always at the freaking youth ranch or the Salvation Army, and the wallpaper.
What are you talking about? I was going to buy those.
Flamingo
wallpaper.
Yeah.
And this entire movie, pastels, pink and green, no turquoise though, and that really surprised me.
She had turquoise on the ugly sweater that she got for her 16th birthday, didn't she?
No, that was lime green.
All green, no turquoise.
No turquoise.
That is
no turquoise.
You know, no hypercolor either.
A bit of fuchsia. Saw some fuchsia. So then it's time to go to prom. And
don't forget that she wishes her drama teacher into winning
that
the
whole
lottery.
subplot.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
And to meet some like Argentinian count. So
it's
now
her favorite teacher, which she conveniently gets rid of by making all of her dreams come true.
Yeah, that was just so unnecessary. The movie with or without that was the same.
It's after her for her money.
Yeah, the Italian stallion.
Ronaldo Lodardo or
takes
whatever.
her on a cruise and buries her in a beach.
Armando.
But he's giving her postcards. We know she's
Largado.
still alive, kind of.
Who was probably the best character in the whole movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had an Eldorado. Yeah. His name was Armando Ronaldo, and he drove an Eldorado. That is awesome.
And he was a duke, I believe.
He was a count.
He was the count.
Yeah, best character in the whole movie. He's on screen for 3 seconds.
Yeah.
No lines.
No lines.
No lines. Just stand there, buddy, with your mustache and look.
He gave the...
Looking like a count.
Doing classic Armani, flat black, red tie.
The classic Robert Goulier.
Yes. I believe Bob Goulet does the classic Armani, flat black, red tie.
Oh, yeah. No, he does the classic black Armani red turtleneck. Come here, ladies. Time to get Gouliered. So then she goes to the prom, and movie over.
Well, she goes to the prom, right? And she's like, I wish everything could go back to the way they were. And I think that's supposed to be happening when she goes to the prom with Madame Serena goes.
Yeah, Madame Serena shows up.
Yeah, so she can get the fucking amulet.
Awesome dance-off scene. There is awesome dancing because there's some huge floppy boobs.
Yeah,
that lady's
not even on the dance floor either. It's like off to the side by the table. And she's just jumping up and down. They're just going everywhere.
Yeah, there's no bra in this woman. I mean, these things are just like... And you kind of see the guy, he's like, yeah, that she's dancing with. He's like, yeah, knock me in the head. Woohoo! Like, he wants to get close enough to Motorboat, but he's afraid of being knocked out.
That was great. That was a great scene. And then the guy, the creepy guy in the background.
Is like, there's some 40-year-old guy crashed the prom. And he's doing a dance that looks like he's air masturbating.
But his face never changes. He's just got, like, this plastic, like, smile on his face. Like, But then,
but she gets carried in.
You forgot about the dancing too close people.
Oh yeah.
That were doing the hunting.
They were dancing weird. They were dancing like
they were dancing like
people.
They were wearing sandpaper, and they had a stool in between them that they were trying to refinish.
That's a good way of doing it.
High school love.
So she gets carried in.
They just sort of twirl her around,
like she just won the biggest football game of the century.
And Brad is there with huge cans,
and she doesn't care because she's still pissed that she didn't get a car from her dad. She got a Schwinn.
Oh yeah,
she got a bike.
Her summer is ruined.
Yeah.
And there is 1,000 Brads out there, so she's probably... I'm on her side.
She's on the way to probably Purdue or someplace
She said
nice.
Someplace like Pepperdine.
Yeah, she's got her career. Brad, meanwhile, gets to marry this...
He's got a teen pregnancy coming. We all saw that in the House of Horrors.
Piece of shit woman, and he's stuck in whatever crummy town this is in, and he's going to end up just working at the lumber mill, and she's going to be bagging groceries at the end of the Ridleys.
And they're going to have...
To completely digress, I'm going to now think I'm 80% that they have sex in the shed.
Okay.
Because of the condom scene in the sex ed scene that doesn't make any sense in the movie.
They're just thrown in there.
I forgot about that lady. So Louise had 3 teachers.
Right.
She wasn't even in that class. I did not see her in that class. That was just like in the middle of the movie. Like, we're going to talk about sex ed, and then they're like, sperm,
Sparky
egg,
sperm.
don't let it happen. Condom.
And the rapper guy was there because he was like, he was dong, dick, boner, pecker, wiener,
tallywhack. He got tallywhacked.
But we know that Louise was maybe not teen pregnancy because we know that when her purse...
She was on the fucking pill.
Right, because the evil English professor knocks her purse off the thing, and he's like... pulls out her birth control pills, and it's like, are you just waiting for the right day or some bullshit like that? And I'm like... Yeah, she kind of is. Like,
so if there's any concerned Mormon mothers listening right now, take our advice. This movie is not for your children, nor is this podcast. So shame on you for listening.
So this far, exactly. Yeah. Dan Gauthier is Brad, and during filming, she was either... At the earliest, 15, latest, 16 years old. No.
He's in his 20s,
He's 28.
Oh, my.
In that movie?
God. He's 28 in real life at that time.
When they were making out in the shed, total non-movie tongue, totally penetration.
That was
tongue
mega tongue.
That was he was not like too much tongue for film. Like, she's only 15. She doesn't realize I'm not supposed to get away with this much tongue.
Holy shit! That's as bad as.
It's not as bad as Future Hunter with what's her face, the red-haired gal that was in Sweet 16 and all the other
Molly Ringwald.
Molly Ringwald, 15, soaking wet.
Yeah,
and you can't decide whether the Future Hunter wants to like be her father figure or her sex slave.
That's just freaking
driver.
You know, it's just as weird as that one that we watched, Argento's Dracula, where the director was Lucy's dad, and he was like, take off all your clothes and show me your beef.
Bad casting.
That's just weird because it's his daughter, but she's 43. She can make her own decisions.
This is weird because
it's a 15-year-old and a 28-year-old.
It's skirting the law.
Yeah, there's a lot of pervy shit in this movie.
It is.
Frog sex prince,
teen pregnancy, magic, like wishing.
Why didn't she just wish for the ultimate magic dildo?
Because it was a teen movie and she was a teen witch.
Oh, that's right. They still believe in romance at that point in life.
Yeah.
Because every cool guy needs a popular girl.
So, would you, won't you?
Oh yeah, this is a must for any bad movie connoisseur.
Yeah, I'm all in on it. I thought it was great. I put it in my classics, my stinker classics. I totally think it was worth.
It's not
the
my top
10,
but it's definitely in the classic list.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. This was a Jackie pick, and I am fully endorsing that. Top that.
She's 1 for 2 now.
Oh yeah.
I'll never get that time back.
Mark is out.
Mark is
out.
No, I think it's a great movie.
You know you're gonna borrow it and go over to your girlfriend's house and be like, "Hey, you want to watch some 28-year-old get on a 16-year-old?"
Yeah,
it's got that special X factor that a bad movie has, where
and then
it
we can go play Teen Witch in your room.
You can feel a small amount of pain in your rib cage when certain things are happening. Like it hurts physically when they're having rap battles. You're like, "Oh my
that's
God.
what that is." I thought it was just the pain I feel all the time.
All the time.
That was the whole movie, huh? Well, on that bombshell, get to the chopper!